The question is, show that Laplacian equation in 3 dimensions is equivalent to 0. So, and you are given that u is equivalent to 1 all over r, where r is equivalent to this one. So in our solution, we find that our r, this r, we will write as in this form, which will be x minus x naught plus y minus y naught squared plus z minus z naught squared. Then we all raised to half. So our u will be 1 all over r, which is equivalent to, so our u will be that r, then we will raise to negative half, since our r was this one. Okay, so now I have decided to take this ux to be my equation 2. Afterwards, we will go and solve uxx. We will differentiate this ux partially with respect to x to get uxx. So first we will differentiate this uxx using a product rule, and when I use a product rule, I will term this negative into x minus x naught to be my f, and also this other one to be my g. So I will start first with this f. In order to get f prime, I will start solving by using the formula of product rule, which is f prime g plus f g prime. So when I start by this f prime g, it will be, I'll differentiate this f. So if I differentiate this f, it will be negative, since this x will disappear when I differentiate with respect to x. Then this g will remain to be g. Okay, the way I've written here, you see I've written negative into this one. This was my g, and my g was raised to negative 3 all over 2. Then we will go to this part of f g prime. So this f g prime, it means this x of mine will remain the way it is, the way I've placed it here, like this one. Then this g part I'll have to differentiate, and when I'm differentiating this g part, I will use chain rule to differentiate this g part with respect to x. So it will be, is negative 3 all over 2. I'll place in front like this one. Then I place all of this one here, you see. Then this 3 over half, since I have raised it, it means when I'm differentiating it, I'll subtract 1, and when I subtract 1, it means it will result here to be negative 5 all over 2, because I've said negative 3 over 2 minus 1. Then lastly, I'll differentiate these x minus x naught squared with respect to x. So it will be multiply 2 into x minus x naught. I hope you are seeing what is going on. So this is my uxx, and the way it is, I'll have to make it in a proper way after doing like that. So first of all, I'll write this part the way I've written it. Then next, I'll take this 3 all over 2 multiplied by negative into x minus x naught multiplied by this 2 into x minus x naught. So it will be 3 into x minus x naught squared, since these 3 all over 2, the 2 have cancelled with these 2, and this is the result after collecting this one and this one. Then afterwards I'll multiply with this. So this is the final uxx. After doing that, my uxx, after getting this one, so I want to write my uxx in form of these are up here, so that it will be easier for me. So when I write this one in form of r, it means it will be this negative. I'll factor negative outside, and I'll take this part. Remember, it was raised to 3 all over 2. So I'll take this half inside, this half inside, and I'll remain with negative 3 outside the bracket. So this part is the same as this one, is only I've just transformed it in form of r, since it will assist us for afterwards. Then this part will remain the way it is. Then this other part which I've put in bracket, I'll factor in this raised power half inside. So it will be x minus x naught squared plus y minus y naught squared plus z minus z naught squared. Then I will raise to half. Then outside the bigger bracket, I'll raise to negative 5. Then I'll term all of this equation to be my equation 3. This is what I'm talking about. I hope you are seeing clearly. So I'll factor out negative, so it will be negative r raised power negative 3 minus that 3 into x minus x naught squared multiplied by r raised power negative 5. So this equation, I'll multiply everything by negative, so this will be equation 4. Similarly, we are going to use the same procedure to get uyy. So we'll use the same procedure which we used in getting uxx. So first of all, we know that our u is equivalent to x minus x naught squared plus y minus y naught squared plus z minus z naught squared. Then it is all raised to negative a half. So when I want to get my uyy, it means I will differentiate this u with respect to y partially. So when I say with respect to y partially, it means that this I will differentiate with respect to this y, and this part of x minus x naught squared will be a constant value, and also z minus z naught squared will be constant. So when I differentiate, it means this negative half I'll put it in front, then I'll multiply by all of this. Then this negative half I'll subtract 1 to get negative 3 all over 2. Then I multiply by these after differentiating this y minus y naught squared, I'll get 2 into y minus y naught. Then I've decided to let this to go in front here, the way I've placed it. Then this half will cancel with these 2, then you will remain with negative into y minus y naught, and then you just put this the rest of this on here. Then I'll term this as my equation 5. So my equation 5 is uy. Next, I will further differentiate this uy to get uyy. So I'll use product rule to differentiate uy. Then so when we start, it means I'll term this to be my f and this other one to be my g, like this. This one is f and this one is g, and we know the formula of product rule is equivalent to fy f prime y gy plus fy g prime y. So I'll start by solving this part of f prime y gy. So it means that this f part I'll differentiate with respect to y, and I will get negative, since when I differentiate with respect to y, this one will result to imaginary 1, and 1 multiplied by negative, it is a negative. Then I'll just place this g part the way it is, the way I've placed it. Then plus this plus, then I'm solving this other part, and this other part, the f prime will remain the way it is, the way I've placed here, y into y minus y naught, then multiply by, I'll differentiate this g part to get g prime, and since I'm differentiating with respect to y, it means I will use chain rule, and when I use chain rule, it will be this negative 3 all over 2 will come in front, like this one, negative 3 all over 2 multiplied by this one. Then I'll subtract 1 from negative 3 all over 2, which will be negative 5 all over 2. Then I'll differentiate this part of y minus y naught squared, and I'll differentiate this part, all of this part. So since this one is constant, this is constant, it will disappear, and also this one is constant, it will disappear. So this one will be 2 into y minus y naught, the way I've placed here, 2 into y minus y naught. Then afterwards, I'll just factor out to put it in form of r, the way we did in uxx. So when I factor out this part, it will be, I'll put a bigger bracket, then it will be this negative into this one, x minus x naught squared plus y minus y naught squared plus z minus z naught squared. Then I'll raise to a half, then I'll put this negative 3 outside the bigger bracket. Then plus this other side, this one will remain the way it is. Then this I'll factor in half, which will be x minus x naught plus y minus y naught squared, y naught squared plus z minus z naught squared raised to half. Then I put negative 5 outside the bracket. So I'll term this as my equation 6. Then obviously our u is equivalent to x minus x naught squared plus y minus y naught squared plus z minus z naught squared. Then it is all raised by negative half. And when you differentiate this u with respect to z, you will get that uz is equivalent to negative z minus z naught into x minus x naught squared plus y minus y naught squared plus z minus z naught squared. Then it is raised to negative 3 all over 2. These I've got the same way I did in UYY. The same procedure you just follow and you will get what I'm talking about. So this UZZ I'll term it as equation 8. Then the next thing, I'll differentiate this UZ to get UZZ with this. So I'll need UZZ, which, and it means that I've differentiated this UZ with respect to Z. So when I differentiate this with respect to Z, obviously I will use a product rule. And when I use a product rule, it means that this part will be my F and this one will be my G. And we will use the same formula, which is FZ F prime Z GZ plus FZ G prime Z. This is the formula of product rule. So when I first start with this part of F prime Z G GZ, it will be, so this, when I differentiate this part of F, it will be a negative. Then this other part will remain the way it is, the way I've placed it, like this one. Then the way I've placed it like this. Then this other part of FZ G prime Z, it will be this F part. This F part will remain the way it is, the way I've placed it. And then this G prime Z, it means I'll differentiate this part of G with respect to Z, meaning this Y part will be constant, also this Z part will be constant. So it will be this one. I'll use chain rule, so it will be this one, the way I've placed it, then multiply by this after differentiating it. So after differentiating it is 2 into Z minus Z naught. So when I combine it, this is the result, the way I've done it in UYY, if you follow the same procedure. And I've termed this one as my question 9. So already I've placed it in the form of R. So this will be my R. This will be my R. Also this one will be my R. So my UZZ is equivalent to this negative, then this one R raised to negative 3 plus 3 into Z minus Z naught squared. Then this part R raised power negative 5, this one. So I've termed this one as my equation 10. We are almost done. Then the final thing which you are supposed to do, you are supposed to add the equation 4, which is this one. This was our equation 4, plus equation 7, this one. This was our equation 7, plus equation 10, this one. So when you add them, this is the outcome. When you add them, this is the outcome, since it will be uxx plus uyy plus uzz, which is equivalent to this one, which I've shown you. So thereafter we will collect the like terms. So our like terms is this one, negative r raised to negative 3, and this one and this one. So it will be, when you add negative r raised to negative 3 plus negative r raised to negative 3 plus negative r minus negative 3, you will get negative 3 r raised to 3 plus these other ones, this one and this one and this one. So it will be this way. So I'll factor out these 3 and r raised power 5. So it will be 3r raised power 5 into this one, which is x minus x naught squared, plus this y minus y naught squared, plus z minus z naught squared, this way. Then, keeping in mind, we know that r is equivalent to this. So when I square this one, both side, when I square both side, I will get r is equivalent to this. And obviously we see that this one is the same as this. So meaning, instead of writing all of this, I'll replace with this r squared. And when I replace this as this r squared, it will be uxx plus uyy plus uzz is equivalent to this negative 3, which I got negative 3r raised power negative 3 plus 3r negative 5 into r raised power 2. So using the laws of indices, we all know that when the bases are the same, you add the powers. So when I add these powers, it will be negative 3 plus 2, which will result to 3r raised power negative 3. And this negative 3, let me bring it closer so that you can see well. This negative 3 r raised power negative 3 is this one, plus what I've gotten from this, which is 3r raised to negative 3. So obviously these bases, these are the same. So negative 3 r raised to negative 3 plus 3 r raised to negative 3, it results to 0 as required. Thank you for watching this video. If you feel that there is something you have not gotten well, please, you can comment down below. And also don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Yeah, and feel free to ask anything in the comment section.